Do you like riding trams at high altitude? Well, it doesn't really matter whether you do or not, because that's what we're doing. We're here in Melonflex, friends. I'm Colonel Failure, and we're sat on the roof of the tram at the moment that's trundling around the town. There's the airport, look. Obviously, there's no planes, because there needs another airport. We'll get one, eventually, probably, sooner or later. It will happen. And we'll all be around here. Is anyone waiting here? Nah. Now, I put these in speculatively, you see, just on the off chance. I love putting things in just on the off chance. See, he's got out, though. Johnny Hat there, he's decided that walking into a lamppost is what he wants to do today. What do I want to do today? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked, because today I'm going to... So here we go. Here's Melonflex, such as it is at the moment. It looks relatively smart. I'm fairly pleased with it. Anyway, what are we doing today? Passengers again today, but we're going to take the other way of doing things for today's adventure. Last time around we did all new track, so we went Caprica, Melonflex, Sunnydale, and it was great, and it made everybody happy. Today, however, we're going to be doing a slightly different attack, in that we're going to be doing Ironforge, Sunnydale, and then up to Mos Eisley, and then up to Royston, Vasey. And as you know already, because you do, there is track already lying in all of these places. The question, however, will be, how exactly am I going to make that work? This is the point at which I'd usually bombastic intro, see, because that felt like another intro. It's like intro 2. But it's not intro 2, it's intro 1, so, you know, let's get on with it. There's a lot of road being built here for very little traffic. Interesting. So, my plan of attack is going to be, this time, like I said, we're going to go the other way in terms of our building style. Last time we built all new. This time around, we're going to reuse as much as possible. So, I think we'll start out here, and I think I'm going to put a terminus in. I might regret it later on. I was considering this earlier on, and I thought, wouldn't there be a better time? You know what else? Let's make it electric, because we're going up the electric route. Wouldn't a better time to be messing around with some of these passenger lines be when you're revisiting all of your original builds? I went, yeah, I mean, I suppose there's merit in that, and indeed there is, and I probably will add further passenger routes once we're onto the second leg of this adventure. But I do want to get kind of the fundamentals plumbed in, because I think with lap 2, and the closer we get to it, the clearer an idea of what I want to do with it emerges. And that is... Where are you going with this? No. As lap 2, yeah, I'm with it. I've got it in my head. I just now need to put it into words. With lap 2, my focus will probably end up being on maybe 6, 7, 8 stations and segments of track, right? So kind of micro networks on the lines that we've got already. And the reason for that is, if I were to studiously deploy myself along everything that I built on lap 1, there's no way the game would last that long. We would fall foul of poor frame rateage long before we managed to get any level of kind of finalization going on. So I think what I'll do instead, to start with, and then I could always go back and do yet more, is focus on a couple of different areas, by which I mean 6, 7, 8, something like that, and develop those accordingly. Because that should allow those to be pretty spectacular. Now, there was a signal here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, we want you out of the way. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but you're going to be in the wrong place there. So let's get you where you need to be. Now then, do you want to keep this singled? How many trains are you going to be running? I think we double this, because there's a reasonably good chance that later on there will be additional trains there. This signal's looking very pleased with itself, but it might be about to be deleted immediately. Yeah. No, I didn't think about a double track, see? And I'm thinking about it now. And now that I've thought about it, I'm going, yes, we probably do. Where's the Snappo? There it is. Thanks. Come on. There you go. Good. Now we're going to be sharing this with the freight train, and I have a. I don't know. I thought about this a couple of weeks ago because someone suggested, why don't you just build it as a dedicated line? Or I was building a dedicated line and go, I don't like building dedicated lines. And the thing is, with dedicated lines, obviously you can run that much more stuff with far less congestion because you've got all the more space to play with. But the thing I don't like about it is I don't like large empty swathes of track. It feels like, well, you've built that in a wasteful fashion. I routinely mention that queuing is cool, because it is. Having stuff have to wait for access is a good thing, because it leaves you with the problem-solving task of, okay, how do I make this more efficient in order to keep things trundling along. And we'll encounter something along these lines in a moment, I suspect, because as we go through this station, I'm likely to ask the question of whether I should put the passenger line in on kind of a bypass route. Yeah. See, I think that's something that might happen. Yeah, I know. You know where I'm going. So here's the first stop, and I'm wondering, should I put the passenger line, and bear with me on this, on some sort of bypass route? Now, I mean, the volume of trains we've got on a good side isn't too exhaustive, but I mean, look, you've got a double stop there, plus you've got a branch that's doing something here. I think a bypass is necessary. Also, you want to think about where the passenger station is actually going to reside. Oh, it's here. Look. Oh yeah. Okay, I suppose there is that. So if the passenger station is there, then you would pull a branch now about here, right, and work your way around the. Yeah, see, it's a bit of a pain that the ore mine is there. If the ore mine were on the other side, we could make this easy. The alternative, of course, would be to branch that way around, but then you've got to cross over the track again, and that's not clever. It might not be clever, but it might be interesting. Yeah. Sure. What's this track all about? It's just doing a load of lumber. How many loads of lumber? Oh, loads of lumber. Yeah. I don't know. Now, I mean, Sunnydale passenger station had better be on notice that there is a redevelopment coming its way pretty soon. But at the same time, what's going to be the best way of doing this? Because then, as we come out of Sunnydale, we're going to get back onto the same freight line before pulling off this way. And I think we've already got one additional track on here. I think we might turn that into more than one. Again, I don't know. Because then we're going to stop at Mos Eisley, and then we're going to get back on the main line once more and head down to Royston, Vasey. And then I think that one, we may put a dedicated passenger line alongside it, because that's quite a steep incline between those two. And therefore you don't want your passenger services being held up behind those big mainliners. Looking at the wrong bit. I'm looking at the right bit now. So the bit that I've done so far, I'm fine with that. That's pretty good. That all seems perfectly reasonable to me. The question is, where do we go from here? So if I swing round this side, then any semblance of it, semblance, I'm pretty sure that's a word. Yeah, just do it. And then if you're unhappy with it, knock it out again afterwards. Okay. So around about here. That would keep your line the straightest. Shift those signals. I'd say straightest. It would keep the line at the highest kind of speed. Now, I mean, the thing is, this is any lines where I've got shared freight and passenger. Later on, those are not going to be running high-speed trains in any fashion at all. They will instead be running, something modestly sped. Do you want to try that again? Modestly sped? Yeah, that's a way of describing it. I had no idea this ditch was here. Do we like that? I mean, I do, and normally I'd be okay with it, but it has to be said, I am increasingly building big, fat, long lengths of bridge. Which is the... I mean, it's fine. But it's still a big, fat, long length of bridge. Yeah. Now, is this still elevated here? It is. So you could pull it downhill some, in which case you are still going to require a big, fat, long length of bridge, but maybe not in quite such a pronounced fashion. Given that we're going downwards overall. There you go. Well, if I go as far as there, and we do it on a full-on downhill, what do we need? You still need that. Yeah, but I can probably... No, you can't even wiggle it. Okay. All right. Well, look, let's go with that. I'm not thrilled about it, but it's okay. We're gonna go with that because it takes us towards our destination elevation, and then we'll see where it gets us. Right now, obviously, that's now going to try and keep going downhill, which is not what we're after. And now it's gone downhill to the extent that we're below ground, which is not what we're after. No. Okay. Well, look, pull it up one. There you are. See, and then you've just got a gentle dip leading to La Tunnel Cheeky. Yeah. Do we want that swerve? I think you do want that swerve in order to potentially avoid an abrupt turn into the station, and then we're running at ground level. Right. Let's have a look at the station itself. Hello, station itself. How are you doing? What's in use here at the moment? Just a bit of brown. Okay, and when we're talking lines, we're talking about just that one. Okay. Right, so I think a third platform on here. Yeah. Third platform. Right. So give me the track that I desire, which is going to be this stuff. Thank you. Yep. That's it. Never mind the trees. We don't care about them. And then we'll run this through service. We'll run up 2 and 3 as we look at it now, because 1's occupied. Yeah, it's not necessarily the most effective way of going, but there it is. Now remember, you've got this here because that's your depot connector line. I thought you said this wasn't going to be an abrupt entrance. It's going to be quite abrupt, isn't it? Oh yeah. Oh, at this point it's going to be a 30 km/h right-hand flipping left-hand right angle turn. That's not going to be that bad. It is. There you go. Look, if you now do this, that's not so bad. That's 70 km/h. What are you talking about? Stop being pathetic. Okay. All right. No, I will. I will stop being pathetic. Right. That's okay. It is maybe a little more abrupt than I would prefer, but at the same time, it is going to accomplish that which I wish it to accomplish. Now, the hope, of course, is that by hooking this onto the line we built last time, it will ramp up interest in riding the big old top of the world line that we built last time. And then, of course, when we add airports elsewhere in the world, that will also facilitate a little bit more interest in the same area. And it's all about trying to turn that line into one that can carry its own weight financially. Bit of signals. Yep. Yeah. Don't need much. Haven't you got a junction here somewhere? I have. Bit of signal. I'm surprised I haven't done it already. Yeah, I know. Also, I'm surprised I let that live. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, we can do that again. Yeah. Okay. We are doing. All right. See from here. Barely noticeable. You can't really see it unless you go, look, maybe that looks a little bit skew-whiff, and you go, no, and then you look at it properly and go, yeah. Right, no, keep going. You know what else? Oh, don't go uphill in the first place. If you don't go uphill in the first place, you avoid all of these problems. Well, golly gee whiz. Yeah. Golly gee whiz. In fact, take the tunnel out as well. All the way to here. Well, I did say that I'd take it out if I didn't like it. Well, it's like you're a fortune teller. It's almost like you predicted that this, the inevitable, was going to occur. Yeah, all right. Smarty pants. Right. Okay, let's do this again. That's a signal. Right, here we go. Over this way. Right. No uphill for you. You don't deserve it. Stay on the flat. Is that what we need, or are you going downhill there, friend? Well, if we were to go downhill, we would see. I think it's on the flat. I think it's on the flat as well. You on the flat? Rather looks like you are. Okay, good. Right, give me that. I don't think that was the right place. Yeah, but it worked though. Everybody happy now? Oh, apart from all this crisscrossing wires business, but yeah, other than that, we're flipping delighted. Right, you, left-hand track, connect to left-hand track down there. Do it in such a way that looks dramatic and interesting and charming. Bridge has gone. See, that's why we measure twice. And obviously, when I say measure, I mean build it and then delete it again. Yeah, that was just the measuring run, you see. That was what that was for. That was all intentional. Still get your cheeky tunnel, which you're quite pleased with. Well, I'm okay with it. And we are golden. Right, so we are going to want a signal here. Yes, a signal there. And a signal here. Yes. We're going to want this signal here to clear off, because it is now painful and doesn't help us. Everything else, though, is glorious. Yeah, what about these? I'm not dramatically opposed to them. This one could be a problem, though. It could well be. Did you put one in here? I did. Okay, well, get rid of both of them then. Sorry, Signals, your time of usefulness is over, except I will need to ensure that I do have some one-way signals on here somewhere, otherwise, you know, oh, gracious me, it's all falling apart. So we'll stick those up there, just to make sure that we're setting our track sides correctly, and we'll do the same here as well. It just helps Johnny AI out in going, you know what I fancy doing, just for a change? I fancy running trains up the wrong side of the track. And you go, yeah, all right, thanks, John. But no. Anyway, right, done this. So now we need to hook this bad boy back up onto over there. Ooh. Okay, got an idea. Right, okay. Yeah, we're going to give this some dedicated track right up until the merger point. And from that point up to... Is it Iron Forge next? I don't know. I don't think it is. It might be. No, you came from Iron Forge originally. It's Mos Eisley next. Right, and then the junction at Mos Eisley is a complex one and full of wonder and mystique. So, well, hold on. Look at it where we are now. That's Minas Flaming Tirith, son. We could run a Minas Tirith line out, though, branching off and going that way. Yeah, certainly we could do. But we're not doing that now. No. There's nothing at Minas Tirith at the moment. Bunch of elves. No, it's not even elves. It's flipping Gondor and Rohan and all that lot. All of those wizards and cowboys. Okay, yeah. So forget all about it. Right, carry on. Give me just some of that. Yeah, super. Right, bit of road here. Look. Well, that's legacy. The Romans might have built that. Well, if they did, they built it in the wrong place, and therefore they get everything they deserve. Now, we're going on a majestic swoop here in order to preserve a little bit of track speed. Because even though, as mentioned earlier, I would probably try and avoid having high-speed trains sharing the line with my freight, as we're about to do. Oh, no, where's the tunnel? Hang on. It's right there. Ah, flipping heck. Well, you could always merge in just before this station. I could. You're not wrong. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if you were to do so. Well, all right. If we swing round here and just Ballywell connector up, that's not Ballywell doing anything. Ballywell out this way. There you go. So you've got a nice 90 there, which is moderately acceptable. Keep it on the flat because the line we're breaking off from is flat. Yes. And then give me a dab of this one. Okay. Yep. All dabs suitably suitable. And then make this and that have a sandwich together. Right. Something along those lines. How much swan neckage have you got going on there? A little bit. Plus you slow down at this end, which is not what you want. So back her up a little bit. Let's see if we can't make that just ever so slightly smoother. Now, obviously, as ever, I'm okay with a speed reduction at the point where a speed reduction is required. So at the switch, for example, you see. So that's okay. What I don't want is speed reductions along the way, because some of these trains, they may have a healthy cruising speed, but they don't always have great acceleration to go with it. Anyway, there we go. All right, okay, that's second connection. We're going to ride this today, incidentally. Just, you know, for the avoidance of doubts, we're definitely going to ride it. Okay, Mos Eisley. Now, from Mos Eisley, we then go to Royston, Vasey, which will be on the main line again. And is that going to let us into that tunnel? Is there space? Yes. Okay, so in which case, where are you going to put your passenger station? Oh, crikey. The best place to do it would be in this gap here. Yeah, but you've got a steel mill in the way. Yeah. And we've already got a convoluted bunch of rail business going on there. We do. I honestly don't know where to go. Anywhere over here and you're in a ruddy great valley, which is no good to anybody. Could move that truck stop. Yes. Move the truck stop onto the other side. Yeah. Well, you see, then you lamp in your passenger station here. Okay, and how exactly is that going to avoid the steel mill? Well, I think you would probably go work your way out and under, because there's enough height here to facilitate it, before coming back up here, riding on the left-hand side of this bit of track, junction, ignoring the fact that there's a junction there. You know what? I think we might try this. I don't think it's going to work very well, but I think we're going to try it anyway. So we're talking dedicated track and then an under or over when we get to Mos Eisley. Yeah, I know. It's perilous and it's fraught with all kinds of things. Right, I'm going to stick in one of those. Wait, no, not one of those. No, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to stick in one of those, right? Ignore that. That's not there. That is a measuring stick for the next section of the job, which is the next two lines, which are the ones we're actually going to use. Why? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, but just in case you haven't spotted it, this fella runs on a dedicated line there, right? And I want to have my my passenger dedicated line here. See? Now, I think I might have to relay some of this track in order to allow that, but if I'm very lucky, I won't. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's so close to working. It's great. Yeah. Yeah, well done. Thanks, babe. Yeah. Right, keep that in. Pause the game. Knock this one out. It's because there's obviously a change in elevation going on there. Right. Also, you might as well connect this one up as well. So let's go across there like so. Yeah. And then you, there, tiny, you're coming out this way. No. Stay flat, please. Thank you. Right, everybody pleased with that? Let's have a quick look. Everyone appears to be pleased with that. Yeah, I bet they are. Right. Do you reckon you can get up to that station? Maybe not, but I do have a plan B. Your plan B sucks. Really? How do you know? Because I can see what plan B is, and it sucks. It's not going to work. Oh, okay. Also, you can go up here. Not like that, you can't. No, you can't. Alright, okay. Take it further away and see how flat we're actually getting. It's not 100% flat. No. Alright, try it and see what it does. I don't think this is it. I don't think this is going to work. I think you are in the region of too much slope there. How'd you guess that? Because it says too much slope. Yeah. Plan B sucks. Yeah, I know plan B sucks. Yeah. So, hold on. When's this line pick up from here? Good question. Okay, it goes, Mos Eisley South is the start point. And then it goes, no, that's coming from Mos Eisley, so it does stop here first. Nuts. I was hoping it would stop there on the way back, you see, in which case it wouldn't be a problem. But it is a problem, because it stops there first. Okay, well, we're not dead in the water yet. You're quite dead. Why is this bending downwards? That's not a trick of the light, is it? That's not just some graphical weirdness. It is bending down at that point. Stop doing that. Try it again. Go from here. I just want to go far enough that you're gonna have to knock that out as well. All right. In which case we're into full on. Try it again. All right. So like so. Right. Look at the track. Clearly climbing. Yeah. So now you go down one. And clearly bending downward. Don't you bend downwards. All right. Okay. Well, look. Let's do it. Let's try the alternate way, which is that you keep on the flat. And then immediately after that, you run one of these. Now, that is going to interfere with the running of your trains, but it connects back up, and it doesn't give us any points that are super janky. It gives us a small amount of jankitude there, but nothing super janky, and it can still get access to where it needs to go. Okay, and then you just need to signal up accordingly to allow it to continue on its merry way when its merry way is what it wants to continue on. Okay, so this will now head on this way. You need to back up and do that bit you missed. Yeah, all right. And then that's going to need to pull a manoeuvre. Yes. But at peak, this is going to look great. You know what you should do? It's just like quad track the whole thing and then have trains merging onto the line you want them to use. Yeah. And maybe that's a change we can make on our next escapade. But it's not the one I'm making on this escapade. Right. Now, can I get a nice set of points here, please, Daphne? No. Okay. Can I get a nice set of points on here, please, Stephanie? Yeah. Who are all these ladies who deal with your points? That's for me to know. Okay, that one came out in quite a pleasing fashion, right? So if we do the same on the other side, yep. Okay, quite pleasing. I'm sure there'll be an overhead electricity pole in there somewhere that trains can run through and kind of go, "Cool, blimey, I thought we were done there, Skipper." And you go, "No, we weren't, because it's phantasmagorical." Phantasmagorical, gracious. However will we cope with such things in our worlds? Yeah, whatever. Right. Okay. So now we need to do a little peel off, and then a bend that will take us under, and then round, and maybe it works. Well, maybe it works. Could be the subtitle for the entire premise. Is we just don't know how well it's going to do any of this. Right. So if we take you to 90. There. Okay, we're working on which side? Right track. Right, then round we go. Woohoo! Yeah, no, I mean, a little bit premature on the woohoo there. No, it was woohoo because we were doing a bit of... What's it doing? Well, that's what it wants to do. What? This is going downhill? Yeah. Well, that changes the complexion of the whole shebang. Yeah, because you're not going to get underneath it, are you? I'm really not. No. Yeah, no, we're not going to get underneath there. Not if it's already going down. Okay, well, what about flying over? What about snaking through this bridge? There's nowhere for it to snake to. There's a steel mill in the way. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's close. I mean, it's definitely... I mean, we could almost get through there. But we can't. All right, well, hold on. What if you were to leave it a little bit later? So start going downhill immediately. Get under this bit, which should be relatively straightforward. And then instead snake under there. Leaves the station in a bad location. I love it. Yeah, I know. Trying to make this stuff work is just heavenly. Right. Okay. Yeah, don't bend it quite so aggressively. Let's try the other track. Yeah. Down, like you mean it. I have not consigned up to the bin yet, but give me a minute, because I might do. Alright, okay, well look, that's got us what we want, for now anyway, and then what about now? Oh, that does appear to be working mostly. Does it? Yes, it does. Okay, well, there we go then. That's one problem solved. Ooh, hello there. That's something I hadn't foreseen as a possibility. That is quite exciting. Now, this is very slow. The trick then is going to be, because obviously I could slap a passenger stop here, remodel the road, remodel this effort there, turn this into single track passenger station stuff. It's efficient. I might not I might not like it very much. Since when has that stopped anybody doing anything in the world ever? Right. Hello there. Yeah, kick that truck out. Right. Kick that truck down the road. Kick him out. Down the road. Kick the truck out. Kick the truck out. Kick everything out. Kick everything from everywhere immediately. Right. Okay, now, you here. Talk to me. Configure. And bulldozer. Bye-bye. Right. There's a lot that might not work after I finish putting this together again, but I'll review it and see where we get to. So you would then stick a passenger station in like so. Yeah. Now, the passenger station doesn't actually need to be that long. It doesn't. You're right. Thank you. I know I'm right. So if you're looking at maybe, what, 4 of these? 5 just to be on the safe side? 4 would be better. You've got more chance of this working with 4. Because what I was thinking is I could then go down, then back up again. Tricky. Not impossible, I'd say. Never mind flipping tricky, sunshine. Right, look at it. I'm looking at it. You haven't finished it. Oh, I know. Yeah, okay. I've got to put the actual track in. Right. So from 4... Okay, we'll leave that last bit of platform there just for the moment while I try this out, but I don't think it's going to work. Right, we then do this, right, but down, like super aggressively. Why do that? Because then I can have a station building on the end that will provide the connection for both passengers and freight. Okay. It's cunning. Yeah, but then you've got to get back to re-enter the tunnel. If we're underground, we'll do the tunnel merger, because I'm going to quad track this, so I'll do the tunnel merger inside the tunnel, at which point no one will see just how hideously ugly it looks. Goodness me. It's like you're a trained professional at abusing these things to somehow come up with something that looks occasionally interesting. Hang on a sec. It's not going to work. No. Ah, shame. Yeah, no, it's not going to work. Again, shame. Yeah, sorry about that. No. We were all looking forward to it. We'd put dates in calendars and all of that kind of business, but at the end of the day, just couldn't make it work. Right, do a bit more config on this, and then give me the bulldoze, take that bit out, because that's now surplus to requirements. None of this is a deal breaker, you understand. Because we'll hook truck stops up and the rest of it over the other side, and then we'll run some convoluted road, yes, to make it pay off. It's all fine. Or the other thing, which is arguably easier, which would be to stick another platform on here. Yeah, got him. Right, like this. I'm going to do passengers. Maybe it would be more sensible to do freight, but I'm going to do passengers. I'm pretty sure that sticking a passenger building, we'll go medium sized with this, right about there, and then stick a cargo building right next to it, right about here. I think that will give access to these cargo platforms. This is the kind of thing where I've done it so often I should know that it works. But there is still the element of doubt where I kind of go, no, surely you need a direct connection. But I just don't know. Why have we got a spare track there? I think you were saving it for something later. Oh, okay. All right, fine. Any idea what? Not a Scooby. Okay, well, hey, that's clearly going to be great then, isn't it? Yeah. Now, you need to merge these two together, but you don't want to do it too soon. Then you're going to be merging over here. Fine. Yeah. It's only, I mean, it's only a single track section here, so yeah, I know, but let's make it be all it can be. You know what? Actually, I might merge it a little sooner. Might you? Yeah. Why? I don't think I'm going to be running trains with that level of frequency, but you never know. Later on, I might decide. You know what? With this track needs more frequency. Yeah. How did you know? All right, keep going. Go on. I knew because earlier you said that we didn't need that level of frequency, and I was like, well, sure, he's right about that. There we go. Right, round the corner. This is going to be tight. What do you mean? This is going to be fine. Well, that's slow as anything. Not if you do it there. It's still quite slow, but that will work. Right, okay, that's done the thing there. Yeah, it has. And we just want to slap one signal on here. Right there. Just have it poking its nose out of the tunnel like some kind of spaniel. And then we'll stick a second pairing of signals here. I like putting all my signals together because that's how you set up for drag racing. One on there. Yes. Do you want to put signals on this branch? I genuinely don't, but I think I might have to. Yeah, otherwise it's just going to start. Whoa. There you go. Why have we got an angry lozenge? I don't know. Evidently I've broken so... Oh, that's your truck route. You're fine. Yeah. Yes, I know. There's all manner of peril that's coming as a result of that, but I think we'll be all right. Okay, well, look, the proof of the pudding will be in the demonstration, so let's keep it going. And then, because we want to get to try this out, you see. Otherwise, why? Why would we even endeavour to do anything along these lines? Right, now then, let's grab the terrain tool. Let's pull it up to this level, please. Oh, don't muck me about. No. Maximise. Thank you. Right, flatten. Take your time. There you go. Bit of flatten in there. Yes. And then a bit of roads. No. Just do this bit of road. The only bit that matters is that bit. Done correctly, of course. Right there. This bit. Is that done correctly? It is. You've done well. Right. And then wiggle this around onto there. Okay. And then somehow that's still connected, which is something of a mystery, but it is, and therefore I'm not going to complain. Run that down there. Yeah. Give this a connection back again. Yep. Now, the lovely thing that would be to happen here would be to put a truck stop in there. I don't think it's going to inherit, but I'll give it a go. Yeah, that's gone into the realms of too much slope, that one. So let's try it again. That's trains. This is trucks. Yeah, that's going to be a slopey old beast, that one. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, right, so that's good. Then you need a passenger stop, and then you need a freight one as well. Let's do freight first, given that I took one out recently and everybody was upset about that. Please inherit that which was here previously. Also, please... Does this work? No. Does that work? No. Terrain tools. Yeah. Come on, up you come. There you go. Build it a little plinth to sit on. Sit on your plinth and shut up. Right. There we go. Good. Have you inherited? No. Oh, you peasant. Right. Yeah. What's broken? Oh, oh, crikey. Just a lot. Yeah. It has a bit, hasn't it? Right. Give me that, and this, and that. You can't have all three of them open. Oh, okay, right. Mos Eisley Road Delivery, managed line, goes from Mos Eisley Sidings here. What? That's a road delivery. It says road. Yeah. To London Road. Right. Is London Road existing? Yeah, it is. Then it's not Mos Eisley Sidings, it's Mos Eisley Central. As this. Yeah. And Mos Eisley Sidings can do one. Fixed one. Okay. Well done. Have a medal. Next, steel production. Guess what? Johnny Prod Steel. Now, no, this is something that came up in the old chat last time around. Is the station here can talk to that truck stop, which is good. What it can't do though is talk to the steel mill, which is less helpful. What if, however, because we could get rid of this steel line entirely, what if I were to put a little truck stop, a side entrance in there? I don't know. Well, try it out. Okay, like so. Does that give me access? It gives me access, which means road steel production. You there, road vehicle 482. Manage that vehicle. Sell that vehicle. Yes to that vehicle. And then talk to this and manage a line. No, I don't think you can do it from manage a line, can you? You can. Ah, good. Murderate it. And then it's dealt with. Right, tools production. Where the heck do you go? Tools production. You are going to manage a line. It's currently done a bit of a wiggle. Down to transfer, which is all the way over there. Yes. Right, okay, in which case you get rid of sidings again. Right, and you just add that back on. Yeah, that was painless. Right, that's all of the red lozenge deglowed. And then I'll do it while you're not here because it's not fascinating to watch. I'll stick in a cheeky commuter line that runs up to there as well. Right, okay, so pressing on, we now need this line to split back into two, join those two for a journey through the mountainside. And this actually makes increasing amounts of sense when you see that this passenger line is going to be electrified, whereas it's going to run alongside the diesel line that exists there. Yeah, I say diesel, it's running steam at the moment, so it will run diesel though. When the age of the steam grinds to a halt, we will be the age of the diesel. This is a tunnel and a bit, and then it does something ruddy mysterious over here. Oh dear. Yeah, you hadn't looked that up, had you? No, I'm not looking that up, but we're committed to it as a caper, so let's get a track in at least. Right, yeah. No, I apologise, it's not particularly televisual, that approach, but it's okay. It's going to be something. And voila, right, and then bring you out here. You're going to have to bring it out to about there. About there. Right, yeah, good. Bring this one onto that, because that's the obvious connection. And then slide that in here in a way that doesn't look too horrendous. Okay, or alternatively, in a way that it will let me. Right, and one-time signal on there. Yep, done. Right, get up the one-ways. And let's put some signal in tunnel. Signal in tunnel. Right, done. Let's put another... I'm not stopping them next to each other this time. You don't want your train drivers having some kind of union meeting in the tunnel. No. That would be very secretive. That's the kind of thing that you want to avoid, probably. Right, okay, so we've got a tunnel line in there, and we want it to emerge triumphant to speak with passage, and I think speaking with passage over here might be quite delightful. Before we slide back over and go via Castle Rock, or do we? That's a decision for later. A decision for some other time. Are we using this bit of road? Yes. Oh, are we? No. Okay then. Right. So get rid of this bit of road. 10-4. Alright, yeah. What about this bit of road here? Yep. No, never build on a fresh bit of road there, kids. Wait for it to bed in a little bit. Wait till you've got so many neighbours that I'll go, I can't bulldoze this many people. Because otherwise I'll go, I'm going to bulldoze this many people. Right. Also, you lot, you know what? I like this place too much. I'm having it right there. There you go. Yeah, I know, you're all evicted. Get over it. Okay, well, this is actually going to be moderately easy. You think? Yeah, it's totally going to be moderately easy. Give me tracks. Right. Okay. So if you grab the right-hand side and you snake yourself around up here onto there. Yeah, I did say it was going to be easy. You did. I didn't believe you. Don't crash. Do not crash. Release. Slowly. Thank you. I know we had autosave a couple of minutes ago, but it's not the point. No. Transport Fever is a fantastic game for letting you know when it's thinking about crashing. It's going, oh, that's a tricky one for me to do. And you go, yeah. No, look, if you just let me go a little bit further, it won't be quite so tricky, and then you won't crash, and I won't lose the last 10 minutes worth of work. Right. There you go. Around we come. Now, I might have a relook at that. A relook? Yeah, I might have a second look at it later on. Because I think that could be... There could be something more attractive we could do with that. But we have ended up with this, which is... hold on. We've ended up with that, which is... and then this, which is not working. And then this, which is flipping barely, which will do the job. Signal. Right. Another couple of signals in the tunnel. You knows it. Yeah. Right. Any more? It's been a while since I last... No. You'll be fine. There we go. One route set up. Well, I've laid the track in. Now, I didn't actually end up using quite as... Or reusing quite as much track as I'd intended to there, but I think this is going to work out all right. When you're planning to start an iron forge... Yeah. I'm going to need like a station for that. It's here, look. It's this. This is the first thing we built today. Yeah, I know, but kind of a lot's happened since then. Right, new line. Iron Frog. Yeah. Up this way to Sunnydale. So far, so good. Oh yeah, I mean it'll even do the loop, but we don't want that. Out to your Mos Eisley sidings. Oh yeah. And then we go out as far as Royston, Vasey. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you actually built quite a lot of new track, but I'll grant you that you did reuse track layout where it was semi-appropriate to do so. And then back to Sunnydale, and then we're back to Iron Frog. Okay. How are we feeling about that? Well, it looks like it's following the route correctly, but I will eyeball it all the way along just to make sure. That's the fun bit. Yep. Followed by this, which is going to have all kinds of drag racing going on. And you got this slow snake going under there. Yep. Okay. And then through the mountain for a month before emerging out in Royston, Vasey. All right. What are we calling this one? Oh... the Iron Frog. There you go. Does it mean anything? No. Does it make any sense? Not especially. Is that what we've called it? Yes, it is. Now, we need something passengery to run on there. Now, given I've set this up to be electrical, that doesn't afford us a vast number of choices. Now then, you've got your depot here, which will hook up, but you don't have a crossover that will allow this this track to commune with itself. So let's give it just a little bit of that. How many trains are you feeling? Well, 4 stations. Yes. 5 trains. Okay, that's a lot of trains. Yeah, but you see, I think these towns are ready and raring to go on a bit of development. So let's see how we get on. Electrics. We'll go with a Milwaukee because it does 120. All right. Okay. Yep. Stick one of them up the front, and then passenger-wise, what do you fancy? Oh, I can't wait till we got. I'm gonna hit the mods like there's no tomorrow once we're rolling. For lap 2, incidentally, I'm gonna kick us off in about 1935, 1940. So I'll run it forward to that point. It's not about the money; it's about the everything else. Now, those are quite expensive. They carry 19 passengers. These are arguably as fast as you need them to be. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go. All right, 80 capacity. Give it 100. That's overkill. Yeah, but I think over time it won't be. All right, that's best part of 100 million quid's worth of vehicle. Super job. And we're going to slap it on the Iron Frog. And it hasn't complained. Right. Now, what I'm going to do, controversially, is I'm going to speed the game forward to the point that we've got a train down the other end, and we'll ride it back. Okay? Right then, we're arriving at Royston, Vasey now, and there's loads of passengers waiting. They're all keen to ride the novelty of an electric train. And that's super job. Right. This is going to flip round implausibly. Wait for it, 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 wait for it. There we go. Flipped round implausibly. Let's get on board. 49 passengers on board. That's pretty healthy. That's not too bad at all. I wonder if we can sit in the cab convincingly. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. No, not so much. We wouldn't see much if we were anyway. It's worth a look, but we've stopped looking now. All 5 have pretty much, well, 3 of the 5 had made their way out of the depot when I left. That kind of camera angle, so hopefully all is well. But they do need to space out a little bit. There's the next one coming in now. There you go. He's probably got almost 3 passengers on there. I'd say maybe 2. Yeah. Now, hopefully it's a little while before we see the next one, but you never know. We're up to 80 kilometres an hour, which is perfectly acceptable. We're going uphill slightly. Are we? No. But there's a mainline train. I had hoped for this. I had hoped it would be running the correct direction. But at least we're not watching the steamer itself running backwards. That's maybe less egregious. It's just a phantom goods wagon there riding along. Yeah, Naffy's wagon's now self-powered. Is this the... No, it's a mainline. No, it's not. Oh, can't tell which track it's on. Could be one of ours. That's a mainline train. Okay, cool. Well, okay, this was also kind of... Ooh, that's what I was hoping for. More than one train at once. Mainline. And this guy's going to be drag racing him, because obviously he's got higher top speed. Super. That's the good stuff. Yeah. Now, because we're on a dedicated line here, we've got nothing ahead of us up until we start sharing. Sharing may well be caring, but it's also, you know, great for leaving you waiting at a signal for 20 minutes. And if that's how long we have to wait at the signal, we will do. I'm convinced that this line will work just fine without queue without end, but we'll just have to see where we go. There we are. Now, this is a properly slow section of track, and I can see that there is a passenger train in that station already. So we'll sit here. They are a little too bunched up at the moment. Yeah, they'll space out. Yeah, I know, but even so, it's not what you want to see. It's not what you want to see, but it's perfectly acceptable. Right, here we go. Coming along. All right there, Tiger. Yep. Sound your hooter? No? Okay. Manically doing the pull air horn thing there. Everybody do the pull air horn thing at home. You better be doing it. There you are. We were all obsessed with doing that as kids. I don't know why. We rode school bus to school every day, see, and every time we saw a truck of any kind at all, you'd have 20, 30 young Herberts making the air, pull your air horn signal at the truck drivers. Of course, being in the UK, not an awful lot of trucks had air horns, but that's neither here nor there. Another thing that I'm going to do on lap 2 is quite a large amount of station renaming. It's not sidings. This is the launch depot for a roller coaster. Look at that, crikey! I think there's something much more magnificent you could do with this junction, you know. Especially when you've got whatever that extra bit of freight track was for, and it will have been for something. Once you've got that actually hooked in, I think there's every need for a little bit more of what you like. Okay. No, I think so, and I will find the junction that will almost certainly use up a lot of time and therefore be designated the bridge episode, where I try and tightly snake a flyover into a multi-track station approach. I've done it in every series so far, and it's always been glorious, but it's also tends to be radically underused. But well, we'll make that work. This is what I mean by having lots of dedicated tracks, see, because you end up with sections like this that nobody is using. Yeah, this is a woeful section of track. Yeah, I know, it all needs rebuilding. I love it. I love rebuilding my stuff. That's where the fun is going, right, can you take this kind of bird's nest that you built the first time round and turn it into something a little bit more sensible? The answer, of course, is yeah, of course I can. But it's how glamorous do you want to make it, and then how many trains can you fling up it to make it look better still? Yep, that's life. Right, we're now on shared tracks, so there is a freight train ahead of us somewhere, because there's, I think, 3, 4 on this loop. We may or may not encounter it, but if we do, that will be a bonus delight. Where we are likely to have to wait, though, is at Iron Forge. I noticed on the way out a lot of queuing going on at Iron Forge, and that's a good thing. Well, there's a train now. Yep, that's the Iron Forge loop, obviously running the wrong way. Yeah. Is it? Are you sure? Yeah, I can't see why it wouldn't be. Are you running the wrong way there, Tiger? Don't know, but let's assume it is, because otherwise it should be on the other side of the track. Right, we're now off on our own track again, just for a little time. Yeah, this is actually quite a lengthy segment, this one, yeah, I'm certain we're going the right way, because I looked at the track schematic there, and everything seemed to be in order. But hey, you never know. No, you don't. No, sometimes things take a very convoluted line. Yeah, and sometimes they don't. And sometimes they don't. Yeah, sometimes it rains. Not in this game. That's very true. Right, okay, so we're up to our 110. This Milwaukee, actually, I judged it harshly. It will very easily get up to its 120 top speed. I'm just not giving it the chance to do so. Yeah. And that's solidly good. This is nice. Where are we? We're at Sunnydale. Oh, crumbs. Okay. Yeah. And that's the Erg Flex flyover train service. Yep, it is. Okay. There you go. I just wanted that shot. I want that shot slightly differently. Why is that train waiting? I don't know. I didn't put a wait till full on it, I don't think. You sure? It's not the sort of thing you do with passengers, but I think you might... Oh, you were waiting for that one. All right, fair enough. There you go. 3 Milwaukees within a brace of seconds there. That's something you don't get every day. It's quite nice. Yeah, right. Better go back to sitting on my front coupler here. Right. Yeah, there we are. Oh, it's super. Right, now we're on the excitement leg. It's going to be exciting. Yeah, no, this is going to work out just dandy. I don't think we're going to be waiting here all day, not even slightly. Well, actually, I've got absolutely no evidence to suggest that it's a not even slightly. It might be a very, very slightly, or in fact, totally. But I'm quite pleased with the line overall. It's running quite nicely, and I think that the distance between some of these stations is such that we could actually end up making quite a bit of change out of this. But as ever, it's going to come down to how readily one can stuff passengers aboard the train. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's science. Right, back onto the merged line. Not having to wait so far. Good. Yeah. Right, get the mod with all the different tunnel entrances. I will do. Don't worry. Yeah. And the tunnel interiors. I don't know if that's a mod or if that's vanilla. I think that's vanilla. I mean, I don't dislike the kind of the brick version that's in there now. No, we've got clear signal again, which means we're not going to have to wait. But the mainline services over there, they were queuing like Billy-O when we came past on my maiden voyage with this. Oh, and there's a bit of an aircraft going overhead there. Between telephone alerts and the aircraft going overhead, and once in a while you get a bird singing outside or foxes killing each other. At least, I hope that's what they're doing. I've been Colonel Failure, everybody. Thanks very much for watching. I'll be back soon. What are we going to do next? You know what I'm going to do next? I'll put in an airport. Yeah, that would be variety. Yeah, we'll be done with lap 1, but I think we might have overshot. No, you're just sat 10 feet off the end of the train. Okay, we'll be done with lap 1 fairly soon. 50. At 50 we will be done, and I might do a live stream for episode 50, just to maybe we could study together the areas of the network that most need attention. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. You're not new. You've all been here for ages. I know it. And I'll talk to you later. Nice one. Cheerio. When finishing a construction like this, I pretty much always have a look at it. I mean, I try and do it on camera so that you can, because that's the payoff. You see, you've watched it being built. Now you get to see it in action, which is arguably quite satisfying. But I always review it for myself in the sense of, are you satisfied with what you've built? And here's an interesting thing, and I'm gonna watch back a couple of my previous episodes to see if this is the case. Starts out in a quite interesting way with some meticulous. Look, I use the phrase loosely. All right, so some meticulous track laying planning to get it to line up properly, and then as I get towards the eventual destination, it's just like whoom, bang, tunnel, and you go, do I run out of patience for doing a more in-depth job on these, and therefore these super long, these hour-long videos, they're no good, and I should desperately focus on taking on. I've got a weird use of adjectives at the moment. Don't know why. That I should focus on short chunks, well made, rather than fat chunks where it starts out pretty well made and ends up in just get it done. It's interesting. I mean, obviously, lap 2 is supposed to deal with some of that, but that's not the point. The point is, I think I've got like a 30-minute timer that just starts ringing in my head and goes, no, that's it. We're done on being clever with this or careful with it. Now, just come on, finish it off, and then we can get out of here and go and have some cookies. I'm not allowed cookies at the moment, but I use that as a metaphor for whatever it is I am allowed. I'll have to check with the mission controller on that one.